What is going on, guys? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. Remember I told you I never got a chance to really drive a BMW, like drive for a day or so? Well, we got ourselves a 2015 BMW I8. I think it's a good choice, and as you can tell, it's wrapped in the crazy gold chrome color, so this should be a lot of fun, guys. Let's go. Alright, so first things first, guys, I'm actually renting this car on Turo from a buddy of mine. I'm gonna post a link in the description of the car. Like I said, it's a 2015 BMW i8, super low miles. He actually got a really good deal on it, but you can definitely drive it for super cheap compared to what the payments would be on one of these. So remember I told you guys I'm not a big fan of BMW? I'm gonna be honest, this thing has blown me away so far. I mean, it's so futuristic looking. It's a 2015, so it's about 5 years old. 40,000 miles I think on the odometer, but I swear, dude, this thing drives amazing. It's pretty much full electric. Yes, it's got a plug-in option right here actually at the bottom, but you can also drive it on gas. So it's got a 1.5 liter motor, and it's got 2 electric motors as well, so the range is like 300 plus miles that you can drive on before you have to really do anything. It was actually featured in one of the Alverez videos. I think it was called the Muchacha, so they used this car in that in the video itself, which is awesome. Believe it or not, I mean, it's a 5-year-old car. Remember I talked a bunch of smack saying I don't know if I like BMWs, or I'm not a big fan. This thing has blown me away. It's so futuristic looking, even 5 years old. It hasn't aged at all. Like, it's not outdated in any sort of way. I love the look of this. I'll show you a little bit of a clip like at night or in a pitch black darkness how the taillights are. Look at this freaking like airflow through here. They thought of everything on this car. The trunk is actually pretty small, I'm not gonna lie, because you got the of course the electric motors and the gasoline motor, everything in here, but it's kind of small. You could probably fit a backpack in here, but that's about it. And then of course you have the engine sitting in the back as well. But you can see these doors, man. These Lambo doors are amazing, and you got carbon fiber all throughout of these, so it makes it super lightweight. Like, it doesn't take much at all to lift these or close them. I mean, the whole car is pretty much made out of carbon fiber. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I love the interior as well. And you got the accent lighting all the way throughout. But let's take this thing out on the trip or on the road. I'm freaking sweating. It's so hot out here. So let's have some fun. But I mean, this scenery is amazing. No, we're not in Nashville anymore. We're a little bit ways away. But let's hop in and then see what it's like to drive one of these. Oh, God. Oh, my. Not a big fan of these doors. All right, so let me show you what's going on here. You see this huge pillar, this door pillar that you have to go over? I mean, it's almost a foot wide.
So this is what, a BMW?
Yes, ma'am. I8, yeah. Thank you. That is like, what, the 5th or 6th person that stopped us to ask what it is and take pictures. I mean, this thing's getting so much attention. But first things first, guys, like I said, this door sill is huge. I mean, it's like you really got to climb over, and the seats are actually lower than the door jamb itself. So for a bigger guy like me, it is a little bit of a pain to get into, but bro, you can't beat this. I mean, look at this. It's not even a Lambo, and it's got Lambo doors. So I don't know about Hurricane or getting a Hurricane and not having those. So I don't know. We're gonna have to think about that. Maybe go straight to an Aventador.
Oh, look, there's someone else taking a picture.
Dude, seriously, there's people everywhere just straight staring. I love it, man. This is definitely an attention grabber, and we're really like in a nice part of town with like all these boats everywhere. Oh, you can never get. God, dude, I freaking love it. Harman Kardon sound system. Look at all these digital displays all around. I mean, it's so futuristic. You got heads-up display there as well. You got a screen here. Are they taking? Yeah, he just took a picture. Dude. I mean, everything about this car is beautiful in here. You got accent lighting all the way throughout. You can kind of see it in the door jamb right there, that blue. So first things first, stop laughing at me. This is hard. Why is that like a... Oh. So first things first, guys, I kind of want to go over the spec, and there's the glare again. I mean, I just can't get to break. So first things first, guys, oh my God, dude, seriously. First things first, guys, the amount of looks this car gets. I mean, just taking that photo shoot for the intro, at least 5 or 6 people came by, and at least half of them took photos, and then other ones are trying to do like this little walking by, taking a picture without us noticing. But I freaking love this car. I love the way it looks. The only thing I would say just right off the bat is, of course, the power. Well, I mean, it makes noises. It's just, I know some of those are actually made by the exhaust itself, and some are made by the stereo system. So they actually add on sound to the motor. Oh God. All right, next thing we're gonna mention, the suspension.
It's terrible.
Rough. I'm in comfort mode, whatever it's called, man, and I'm like feeling every bump. This is not a sports car. They even advertise it as just a regular luxury daily driven car that you're supposed to be able to enjoy. So throughout this whole video, you're gonna see me kind of compare this car to a Prius Prime. Don't take it the wrong way, but I want to kind of explain as to why this car lost interest so quick and why they actually stopped the production this year. I think in February was the last month you can actually order one of these cars before it's done for. And the reason for that is, well, first off, the price tag, right? So they're making these cars since 2015, like this was the first year of production. Here's the little specs on it, right? So it's got 3 motors. You got one gasoline motor, it's a 1.5 liter, and then you have 2 electric motors, one in the front and one in the rear of the car. It's the same setup as in the Prius Prime. Now, the Prius Prime also has it's actually got a bigger motor in the Prius. It's a 1.8 liter, and it's got electric motor in the back as well. But the horsepower, this has 369, or the 2018 and newer ones did, and the older ones like this one I think had 350 or something like that. And the Prius Prime has 120, so it's got a third of the horsepower, but it does have a bigger electric motor. Now, the reason that these kind of fell out of love with people is, yes, it looks completely futuristic. I mean, driving this thing, dude, I feel like I'm in a spaceship. I love the setup of the gauge cluster and everything about it. The way it feels, just, it's such a wide car. It feels great. Like if I was to get in here and I did this the first time ever driving one of these or seeing one up close, it's a 2015, it's 5 years old, but I wouldn't really call it as being like outdated. You know, the price point of one of these cars is actually $150,000. So to pay $150,000, a Prius Prime, a brand new Prius Prime, is like in the 30s. Actually, the range that this car can drive is half of a Prius Prime. It's in 350, I think, and the Prius Prime is like 640. So, you know, there's a lot that went for it back then when it first came out. Yes, it was futuristic, looked great, still does. I'm not saying it's outdated or anything like that, but there's just so many years in a row you can say that it's worth paying $150,000 for, until it's not worth it anymore, right? I mean, for 150 grand, you can pick up so much stuff now. Like, you can actually buy a Lamborghini Huracan for that amount. You can get a Ferrari 458. I mean, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, which for a 369 horsepower car is actually incredible. That's still strong numbers, but it's just, I don't know, I just don't see myself paying that much. Now, I'm pretty sure this guy, he said he bought it used, which is great. I mean, that's definitely the way to get the best price for it and not pay for the depreciation. But I think you pick these up for 50 or 60 grand right now, which is not bad at all. But in 5-6 years, they lost $100,000 in value. It's kind of, it's a hard pill to swallow. All right, so we're gonna do a little pull in this car, right? So I have paddle shifters. I don't even know what kind of transmission's in this thing, but with electric motors, usually got the CVT. But I'm gonna downshift. We're gonna do like a 60 roll and see what that's like. So downshift, 4th, 3rd gear. It's not really showing me RPMs, but here we go. I'm gonna mash on it now. She's laughing. It tried, okay? It tried, you know. It slowly creeped itself up to 80, but that took a few seconds. It's like I said, guys, it's not designed to be a sports car. This was just a nice, really cool, stylish looking car that you can drive daily. And it is, you know, from the highway speeds, I'll be honest, it is comfortable, but I don't know why in lower speeds it's a pain. Like, it hurts to drive. Seats are awesome, but you still feel everything in the steering wheel. I mean, it is responsive, but yeah, you got a lot of body roll though. You can definitely tell you got a lot of body roll. So here's a good example of what happens whenever you're trying to get out of the car. So let's say we're at the mall right now, we're about to go shopping. She opens the door. Watch how she has to climb out of it, man. It kind of sucks. Dude, it's a pain. Imagine having 2 kids in here too, because there is 2 back seats, but I mean, it's just not worth it at all. Looks cool though, I'm not gonna lie. That is sexy rear end. Whoa.
That was
Did
different.
you hear that?
Yeah.
That little pop? Dude, that actually sounds really good. Okay,
That was nice.
found the trick to it. Do not leave it in drive and then downshift. Actually put it in sport mode. You can literally hear the electric motor and the gasoline motor going out at the same time. You can hear that like jet engine whine.
Yeah.
And the motor's got like this brap sound to it, but I mean, it's probably the exhaust itself, but that's actually sick. I love it.
That
Bro,
sounds good.
bro.
That sounds good. I like that.
Dude, that is so cool. Okay. Oh god, dude, I hate it, man. You gotta like wash the door, and then getting out is just a pain. I don't know if I could do that as a daily car though, but we're almost done driving it. It's been a few hours, actually almost half a day that we've had this car. I love it, man. The looks this car gets. Look at the freaking taillights. It's like, it's not a bulb, it's like an LED that's built in, and it just runs right across. God, dude, it's so futuristic looking. I love the little fins, and like there's literally like a hole in here that goes through all the way. I guess it's for airflow, but I do love that, man. It's $5,000 to wrap a car this way, but it's absolutely worth it. God, man, I mean, look at that front end. I've never been a big BMW guy, but that is just really aggressive looking. And those Lambo doors, I mean, there's Lamborghinis that don't even have these doors. But anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this. It was actually fun. I do see myself driving this. I don't know about dailying it or owning one, but renting once in a while to drive, absolutely. I mean, that is so aggressive. Like I said, 5-year-old car does not look like it's outdated whatsoever. If you enjoyed what you've seen, make sure you drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see next. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars. I will post a link to this one on Turo as well. Let me know what you guys think if you do get a chance to drive it. But I'll see you guys next video. Peace.